Hiya, my name's Kim and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so because then you'll be notified each time I upload a tutorial. Also, if you're on Instagram, please follow me and you'll see a lot more content on there than you will here on YouTube. So today in this video I'm going to transform this old cushion cover into a tote bag, a little bit of upcycling. I don't know about you, but I hate throwing anything away, and this cushion is so pretty it just doesn't go with my living room anymore, so I'm just going to turn it into a bag and get some more use out of it. So I'm going to start by trimming back the entire edge of the cushion because that will be a lot quicker than trying to unpick it. So we'll start with the zip end, and I want to try and save as much of the fabric as possible because I want this to be quite a big tote bag. I'll keep that zip for another project. I wanted to try and save the tiger as much as possible, but I don't think I'll be able to with this, which is a shame, but it's okay. Right, so now we should have just 2 pieces of fabric. And that's going to be a pretty decent sized bag, I think. So now we need to cut some lining for the bag. So I've got this piece of black fabric, which is scrap. So I'm just folding my black fabric in half, and that way I can cut 2 at the same time. Place that piece on top, we use that as a guide. So now I have 2 outer pieces and 2 black lining pieces. So I've got a strip of black fabric and I'm just folding that in half. That way I can cut some handles. And I'm going to make them both 4 inches wide. 2, 3, 4. And I'll just trim back the selvage. So now what I want to do is fold each strip in half and press. And then once that's folded in half, open it back out again and then fold both the edges in to meet that middle crease. Okay, so if that's my handle, I want my bag to be about there, I guess, so I'll just trim those back. So that would be 28 inches. So fold the bag strap now in half again and press, and this is your bag strap. So you want to repeat the same steps with the other piece of fabric. Okay, so now we have our 2 handle strips, and I'm going to sew that closed and then sew down the other side as well, just to make it neat. So there, I've sewn down both sides. So let's repeat with the other strap. So I'm going to pin these straps facing inwards to the top of the bag. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4 inches in. And then the same on the back piece. So on the right side, facing inwards. Lovely, then I'm just going to sew those in place. And I'll go back and forth, just so they're nice and strong. So now I'm going to take a lining piece. Come here. And I'm going to sew that right sides together on top of the bag. So you'll have something like this. And then we'll do the same with the other piece. So now I'm going to put those pieces together, right sides together, and I'm going to sew around the entire edge. And I'll leave a gap in the bottom for turning. So I'm going to line up these edges and pin. So I'll leave a gap in the lining for turning. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut off the corners so they're not bulky. So if I snip back here to here, and then we can turn the right side out. Make sure to push out the corners. So now we'll sew that hole closed. If you just pull it tight, it will fold in on itself. And then we'll just sew across there. Lovely, and now we can push the lining inside the bag. And now I'm just going to top stitch around the top of the bag, just to keep that nice and flat. And that's the bag finished. Super easy to do, and you can make it in any size you want, and you can even add a zip pocket on the inside or some kind of fastening at the top, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you enjoy making your own.